This PetroSkills Petro Academy skill module covers gridding for computer-based subsurface mapping at the core knowledge level. This module introduces computer-based maps, including how they are generated and how parameters can be tweaked to better reflect the underlying geology. The module will help you recognize the types of maps used in our industry and determine which would be appropriate for a project and why, as well as help build your skills in interpreting maps. While contour maps are one of the most common geoscience tools, and creating these maps with computers has become the norm, there is often a poor understanding of how the computer generates the maps, and how changing different parameters can impact the output surface model and contours. This module will show you the basics of how contour maps are produced and provide a recommended approach for incorporating the interpretation of maps into projects. Differences in the particulars of mapping, including failing to determine a common coordinate system, have led to expensive and hazardous failures in our industry, including drilling in the wrong location due to a poorly made or inaccurate map. This module will help project teams troubleshoot and prevent mapping errors by establishing a shared knowledge of how maps work, as well as how to account for differences in mapping methods or interpretation. Business decisions in the oil and gas industry are frequently based on map data. Volumetric estimates, decisions on acreage access, and well location selections are all informed by subsurface maps. A lack of awareness of how computer-based maps are made or uncritical acceptance of the results may lead to maps that poorly represent subsurface conditions. This may lead to missed opportunities, pursuit of non-competitive acreage, or operational issues. These issues can drive up expenses, reduce production, and impact the bottom line. Anytime the subsurface is not well understood, either in terms of the reservoir properties, geometry, or distribution of possible drilling hazards, personnel and the environment may be at risk during operations. Quality maps and sound interpretation of maps will help your teams reduce environmental impacts and accurately scope your work. In this module, we look at different types of subsurface maps and discuss how they are used in the petroleum industry. Discuss a recommended approach to incorporate mapping into interpretation projects. Review principles of contouring by hand and practice hand contouring. We will do a quick overview of coordinate systems and how they impact grids and maps. And we examine grids, including what they are, how they are generated, and what basic parameters can be tweaked to improve the output maps.